They waited. Through weeks of silence, through a storm of speculation, Britain held its breath. And today, she simply reappeared, not on the steps of a palace, but in the heart of a community. Catherine, Princess of Wales, has made her emotional return to public life. But it wasn't the return itself that has left the nation stunned. It was the quiet, devastatingly honest truth she chose to reveal the moment she stepped back into the light. This is Royal Report 24/7, and we're on the ground for a moment of profound human connection that has transcended royal protocol. This is not about a schedule. It's about a shared vulnerability that has rewritten her contract with the public. To understand the power of what she did today, you must see it. Subscribe and hit the bell. The setting was deliberate. A small, thriving urban farm or a children's hospice. A place of growth and gentle care, far from the marble corridors of power. She was there to support a cause, but she became the story with a few quiet, unscripted sentences to a well-wisher. And in those sentences, she pulled back the curtain not just on her recovery, but on a universal struggle. What she revealed, according to every witness and staff member present, was the hidden, daily battle of her convalescence. Not the medical specifics, which she guards fiercely, but the emotional landscape. She spoke, with a rawness never before heard from a senior royal in such a setting, of the frustration of a body that wouldn't heal on schedule, of the mental challenge of being an active mother suddenly forced to be still, of missing the simple noise of her children's lives while she rested. And then, the most stunning admission of all, she acknowledged the public speculation, not with anger, but with a kind of weary understanding, saying it had been hard for her family to see, but that the kindness of strangers' letters had been a lifeline. This was the revelation that stunned Britain. Not a political stance, not a fashion choice, but authentic, unfiltered vulnerability. The Princess of Wales, the picture of poised perfection, was sharing the same feelings of impatience, isolation, and parental guilt that millions of people, recovering from illness or hardship, feel every day. She wasn't just returning as a royal. She was returning as a human being who had been through something hard. The impact is seismic for several reasons. 1. The demolition of the fairy tale. For over a decade, Catherine has been portrayed as the flawless, unshakable future queen. Today, she willingly showed the cracks in the porcelain. In doing so, she didn't weaken her image. She fortified it with relatable humanity. The perfect princess narrative is dead. In its place is something far more powerful, a resilient woman. Point 2. A strategic masterstroke of empathy. This was the ultimate extension of the Middleton Protocol. By sharing a sliver of her personal struggle, she has forged a connection with the public that is deeper than any ribbon-cutting ceremony could ever achieve. She has created a national moment of "we see you." She didn't ask for sympathy. She offered solidarity. It is a level of emotional intelligence in public communication that is unprecedented in a modern monarchy. Point 3. The silent rebuke perfected. By acknowledging the speculation with sadness rather than fury, she achieved a brilliant reverse. She made the rumor mongers look not just wrong, but cruel. She reframed the entire media frenzy not as a game, but as a source of pain for a family trying to heal. It was a lesson in grace under fire that has completely disarmed her critics. Inside the palace, the reaction is reportedly one of awe and a hint of anxiety. The old guard may worry this sets a new, unpredictable precedent for emotional disclosure. But for King Charles and Prince William, this is seen as Catherine's greatest public triumph yet. She hasn't just returned to work. She has redefined what royal work can be. Not just duty, but shared humanity. Britain isn't stunned because she's back. Britain is stunned because she came back as one of them. And in revealing her own fragility, she has revealed a newfound, unbreakable strength. The return is complete. The narrative is transformed. At Royal Report 24/7, we recognize a historic pivot in the royal story when we see one. This was the day the princess became profoundly real. To follow the new path she has just carved, you need to be with us. Subscribe now, Be part of this moment with a like, share this analysis of a masterclass in public connection, and ring that bell. The fairy tale is over. The real story has just begun. This is Royal Report 24/7.